These quiet waters tumbled out of the Rocky Mountains 1,000 kilometers away before they fan out here into the Peace Athabasca Delta. A little upstream along the noble Athabasca River, hiding underneath this ancient landscape of boreal forest and muskeg wetlands, is one of the richest oil deposits in the world. Alberta's oil sands cover an area bigger than Ireland or the province of New Brunswick. Two major companies are on the verge of exploiting large new tracts of wilderness in this area. One of the last hurdles the companies face is a public hearing and the sophisticated challenge of a small First Nation desperate to protect its failing land.
They're flaring stacks. There's two of them right down here. Three, in fact.
I thought they gave up flaring.
Look at this.
Yeah, look at that.
You know what's so bad about this? They say, geez, we're not going to do any damage. Well, we're going to bring it back to where it was before we started. I fail to see it.
We're flying with Archie Walkwin, chief of the Mikisew Cree First Nation, and Dr. David Schindler, an internationally renowned scientist and ecology professor at the University of Alberta.
You look out both windows, you can't see either side of this pit that we're flying over.
The Mikisew Cree, looking at the greatest industrial disruption the landscape has ever known, are worried by the epic scale and rate of expansion. They want to know when enough is enough, and they have asked Dr. Schindler for his help.
Syncrude brags on their signs right in public view that they have moved more dirt than the Great Wall of China, the Panama Canal, the pyramids, and several other human activities put together. And that's one of these 20 developments. And you look at that little map that they always show, and it looks like a bunch of little tiny plots. Until you look at the scale and realize that each one of those developments is a full township. That's 6 by 6 miles.
Pretty extensive there, eh? So give us an idea what we're looking at here, Archie.
Well, we have, this is actually, you're in the municipality with Buffalo now, you know, and the city of Fort McMurray is the one in yellow. And most of the developments right now are occurring north.
Mary Rose Walkwin, Archie's mother, is 81 years old. She was raised in the bush and had her 12 children there. She carries a dark warning from the past that rings ominously today.
Kotas kutuogan ma sonias niana no piga nagpiagawa sasayuks pigiabits pipmatsit sistu. Au sasayuam stahipito somahi. Wawis chotinigan magiwag atapim sonano. Magiwag kapag na magaonano to sa matsiak sakaw matsi hun tutu.
Almost quicker than you can say progress, Fort McMurray became a boom town. Stories abound about the money to be made. An $18,000 bonus just for signing. 2 weeks paid holidays before you start. You can earn $1 a minute on Saturdays and $20 an hour making beds in a labor camp. Double time on weekends. The people have their livelihood riding on development and mixed feelings about the environment.
I used to smell it a lot in the mornings, but you don't smell it anymore. Got to give them credit. They're doing their best job that they can.
Well, they tell me not to eat the fish out of the river that I go fishing for, so I just release and catch and release. But then we're going to go make $120,000 a year and ride a $25,000 horse.
What they're doing right now is they're wrecking all the fish. They're contaminating the waters. I've lived here all my life. And it is not right. They're too damn close.
I'm up there working, and I look around, and I know I'm part of this. I don't think I'm proud of the environmental impact. I know that, but I am making a good living at it, and I hope everything works out okay in the end.
It looks like more like 8 feet, Emily.
Oh yeah, at least.
6 or 7 was kind of short. That's why I said maybe even 8.
What the local people know, because they experience it every day, is the effect of their dwindling surroundings on their lives.
That's 6 feet right here. Yeah. That's in the water.
6, 7, 8 feet. That's 9 feet.
Or more like 9. That's a big drop for a 200-mile long lake.
Well, the line is on top. That's definitely where the water line used to be.
Yeah, where lichen started to grow, like, eh?
Yeah.
Which grown below that's all clean, the rock, and they're... Oh, there's a rock. 6 feet there. 6 feet. Average.
Yeah, it's pretty much gone down is right. You have 6 feet of water here and 9 feet there. It's less than half.
The Mikisew wonder if the system's insensitivity is by design. Is an independent, proper monitoring program to be avoided because good science is seen as a possible threat to development? Is this what's behind a regulatory system, they ask, where government agencies are crippled and scientific research is controlled by industry, where First Nations can't participate effectively, and where environmental impact assessments are accepted that fall short of recognized scientific standards?
So you look at all of those violations of scientific method as they're normally taught to scientists. This isn't a scientific process we have. I don't know what you call it, but still these companies like to think they've thrown the cloak of science over this, since science has proclaimed that this development will not affect the environment. It's just not the case.
In our time, we were taught in the bush. We were taught how to respect the land, how to take what you need. Once you fall in love with the land, it's just like a marriage. You respect the land, the waters, everything. To us, it's a given thing, Mother Earth.
And it's going to be very interesting to see when all these oil companies are all in motion, all the wheels are moving. I hope I live long enough to be able to see what the Athabasca River ends up to be. Already, quite a few of the other elders from Fort Chip, they figure that it'll eventually be dried out.